Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a fall makeup look. So about a week ago I went to a wedding and I got some requests on Instagram to show you how I did this look. Not this look, the look that I'm going to be showing you. So I'm going to do my base and then we will move on from that. The base is super simple. It's kind of whatever you prefer. I usually do foundation, cream bronzer, and then powder and regular bronzer. So nothing too crazy, but the eye look is definitely what most people were interested in. So I'm going to save that part for you guys and I'm just going to do the rest of my face. So I just did my brows. We're going to go in, do the rest really quick, and I will be back to start the eyes with you guys. So go ahead and do your base before we get started. Okay, so I have my base down. That took no time at all, honestly. It's super quick. I just do my everyday kind of natural thing. If I'm going to wear makeup, this is what I usually put on my face. I'll leave all of the products that I use down below, but I'm not going to show you the whole process because, again, it's just your base. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I'm literally just going to take the applicator and put a little on the back of my hand here. That was probably too much if I'm being honest, but we already did it, so. And then I'm going to take this little brush, it's just a flat brush, any brush will do. Say brush again. I'm going to apply it to my lids just to create a base, and I have some veins and stuff, so we don't want that. And I also have mascara on already, but that's okay because we're just gonna work around it. We're gonna put falsies on, so it doesn't really matter. And if you are not good at putting falsies on, I do have a little trick for you that might help change the way you feel about them. I definitely love the look of them, but I always hated putting them on because I just sucked at it. So the lids are primed with our concealer. I'm just gonna take some of that extra concealer that's now on the back of my hand and just go under my eyes because I did not conceal under there because we will be going underneath the eye as well. Not just doing the lid, we want to blend it out, so I'm just going to blend that really quick. Okay, and now we want to set it, so just take whatever powder you have and you want to set obviously the under eye so it doesn't crease, but also you want to set the lid so that you have your base and it's still going to be smooth so you can apply that shadow very nicely and you can blend it out easily. I don't really have like a crazy good setup for doing makeup. I kind of just have to face the window, but the problem is that when I face the window, I'm not facing a mirror. If it looks a little wonky, that's why. Okay, so the palette I'm going to be using is my typical palette that I always use, which is the Soft Glam by ABH, and I'm going to basically use burnt orange, rustic, sienna, and a little bit of orange soda. So basically all of the neutral tones in this little L here is what I will be working with. For brushes, honestly, I don't use that many like different brushes. I have these brushes here and they're probably like the main brushes I would use. So this one we use to blend and we also like use for multiple colors to build up. This I'm going to use for my lid, and then these I'm going to use for liner and for lash line. Okay friends, so we have moved real close and this is what we're starting with. Your lashes are obviously not going to look like mine because you probably don't have mascara on yet. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to use burnt orange in my palette and I'm just going to dip in the fluffy brush that I showed you and we're going to just knock off the excess. Now this is a little trick that I showed you guys before. You can use like tape or anything like that that's going to be gentle on your eye, but I didn't feel like going to get any. So taking burnt orange and we're just going to blend it into the crease right here. And we're just gonna go back and forth, a windshield wiper motions. And we're really going to go up here on this little fold that we have. And we want to make like a cat eye kind of shape. It's going to make the eye look more lifted. So we're gonna keep going along that and then back into the lid and just going along the eye shape. Okay, so we already have something that's looking pretty nice. So we're gonna do the same on the other eye. Burnt orange is probably my most used color in my palette. I just feel like it looks really nice and it's still neutral enough. If you guys haven't seen yet, I actually posted a recent video on how to gain subscribers and grow your YouTube channel. So if you're a YouTuber or you want to start your YouTube channel, I would recommend checking that video out because it's going to give you some good tips on how to learn to grow your channel. Next, we're gonna go into Sienna, same brush, and we're going to dip into there. Just gently, again, knock off the excess and put your little guy back where he belongs. And now we're gonna go into the crease again. This time I'm focusing it more on the outer corner at first and then bringing it in. So right now it looks super intense, especially on the camera, but it doesn't really look like that in person, or it doesn't look as orange in person. But I'm going to do the same thing on this eye, and we are going to like buff it out, so don't worry too much if it looks a little bit dramatic right now. Boom, the other eye is done just like that. So super simple, and I literally just go back and forth, a windshield, a wipey motions, around in the circular motions. Same thing on both sides. This is what we have so far. I'm going to actually just take orange soda from your palette, and you're just going to, you don't have to hold that guide up, but you're gonna take your brush and you're just going to close your eye and start on the crease and then blend up a little bit. And this is just gonna give you a more diffused line again on the top. Even though, like I said, in person it doesn't look as dark as it does in the video here, but that's all right. This one just looks a little bit more diffused than that one. Nothing huge, but a little bit more than before. So again, just gonna start low and then work our way up. So if you don't want it to be this dramatic, you can not go out as far, or you can just not put the tapes and it'll be a little bit more of like a softer line. But when we connect the top to the bottom, it will blend out a little bit as well. I'm going to take the burnt orange that we started with, and I'm just going to dip that flat brush, this one here. We're gonna dip it into burnt orange and we're going to put it on the lid. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and we're just gonna apply it all over the lid so that those spots that look a little bit lighter don't. We're just covering up the spots that we didn't get when we were doing our crease. Now you can see how it's lighter here, and now it's all one color with a gradient, of course. And honestly, when you're holding your brushes, you want to be pretty gentle. Like I'm holding it further down. I'm not like this doing it because that makes it more harsh. When you hold it further away, you're just gently applying the product. If you're applying it like this, it's going to be a lot more harsh and not as soft. Depending on what you're applying, of course, some things you want to be a little bit more harsh, other things you don't. That is the lid so far. Looks like that. I'm just gonna take my little guide again, and I suck at eyeliner, so I didn't do any eyeliner. Okay, so I took the Citrus, Umber, and Rustic, and I'm just going to mix those two. And I'm going to put this back on here, like so. I'm gonna close my eye, and I'm just going to apply this right where my eyelashes stop, and then up, and along here, and up there. So we're gonna go along here. It's gonna be messy, that's okay. You can see how it already made it look darker on the outer corner. And then I'm just going to, again, and we're just smudging it around. We're not making a super crisp line or anything, but right there I already have the two tones and the darker mixed in with the shadow that we already had. And I think that looks really pretty. And that would be all I would do for that. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. You can do more or you can do less. I find that when you're starting out, less is definitely more. You don't want to go too hard and then have to start all over. Okay, so there is the look so far. We look snatched. One of the brushes I forgot to mention is this little one here. So this brush is going to just smoke out the under lash line. So I'm going to take a little bit of the burnt orange underneath my lash line here, and we're just going to use this brush to make it smoky again. And if you want it to be a little bit smokier in the connection here, just go in and connect it. If you find it's not smoky enough on the outer corner here, you can just take your brush. I usually like to squeeze it like so, and then I just go like this. And same with here. because this brush is fluffy, it's going to blend it out a little bit more. But I kind of like how it is a little more snatched. I have a mini version of the brush we just used to do that darker color, and we're just gonna take Rustic and we're gonna go only on the outer part of the lash line right here. Just to make it darker here and darker here like we did for the upper part. We're gonna do the same for the bottom. So that is the look so far. I think it looks super pretty. The lid is done. All that. You can add a little bit of something in the inner corner if you like more of a sparkle there, but I went for like a more matte kind of look. And before I do my lashes, I just wanted to talk really quick about how I do my lashes. So step one, I'm gonna curl and mascara my own lashes, and then I'm gonna apply the fake ones. But what I do is, these are just the Ardell wispies, I believe, and I cut them into 2 pieces on each side, so 4 total, and I apply them 1, 2, 1, 2, as opposed to doing one whole strip, because it is way too hard to do that with a full strip for myself at least. I just use tweezers and regular lash glue and I apply it that way. So I will put these on and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. A quick little memory card switch, and I put the lashes on. Please do not judge my lash abilities because we ain't going nowhere, so it's okay. So the lash just kind of ends and I don't like that look. So we're gonna go back in. We're gonna take that little tiny brush that we just used and we're gonna go into the Cypress, whatever. And we're just going to take it onto this part here. And you're just gonna line it like that so that it looks a little better. See how we just made it a little bit more complete? So this is the finished look. You can go ahead and apply whatever lip you want with it. I feel like this look is very like sultry, sexy kind of vibe, and I thought it would be perfect for fall time and for the wedding, of course, that I attended. But I did make this video because it was requested by you guys. So if you have any more requests or anything that you see on my Instagram that you would like to know about, or you would like me to make a video about, I would definitely love to do that. So please let me know if you have any questions, concerns, comments. And if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe so that you can see whenever I post new videos. This would be the finished look. If you want to add anything extra, like a little bit of highlighter or some more bronzer, anything like that to your base, then I highly recommend doing that. But overall, this is the eye look that you guys wanted to achieve. So here it is. I hope you enjoy. That is everything. So I hope you have an amazing day, week, month, or year. I love you, and remember to always be nice to people. Bye.